Hi there, everybody. It's Julie Hoffman. I'm the Street Smart Diva, real estate investment coaching, online real estate investment training, and I want to welcome you to the tutorial on the Motivated Seller Worksheet. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to go back and check out my website at www.streetsmartdiva.com. If you want to click on courses, this actual link, it's going to take you to where you can actually download the Motivated Seller Worksheet so that you can kind of understand what this tutorial is about. So for those of you who already have the worksheet, I want to congratulate you on taking your next step on your real estate investment journey. So yeah, the Motivated Seller Worksheet tutorial. Let's get started. Now, when you open the Motivated Seller Worksheet, it's going to look like this. What you want to do is just, enable editing. This is a Microsoft Word document that my husband and I created, so it just enables you to edit. So right here you can enter information. I'm going to go through this with some actual examples. You click on the address, you can enter the address. And one really important thing I want you to remember is that, if you mess anything up, or if you I don't know, if you just do something to it that you didn't mean to do, just make sure and save kind of an original on your desktop. So I would say, before you enter anything, I would say save as, and I put it in a file. I recommend for all my students to keep a Street Smart Diva online real estate investment training file so that you can easily access it, but I'm just going to save it to my desktop for right now. It says Motivated Seller Worksheet, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to call it Original, and that way I know where to go get it. If when I want to restart a new Motivated Seller Worksheet for a property, I'm just going to say save. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up a realtor listing sheet. This is the amazing Krista Suchar. I do yoga with Krista. She is a lovely human being, and so I am highlighting her her website. So it was easy to find Krista. I just Googled her. I went right to her. I went to her listings, and I found this house. Okay. What I love about this listing is I didn't have to click through any, I didn't have to enter my information, although that can be useful because if you enter your information and get on their list, then they'll send you listings on a regular basis. So then you don't have to search, so it's kind of already done for you. So in video 1, I recommended that you analyze or that you look at least 10 properties a day with the Motivated Seller Worksheet. And so if you've got maybe 3 or 4 different realtors sending you 3 or 4 different listings, a lot of the work is already done for you. But I went and found Krista. It was easy. It was fine. So here is a property listed for $539,000. Now, this property, I want to point something out because, again, I'm showing you that this is the Motivated Seller Worksheet. And in my course, the Street Smart Buyer, Street Smart Buyers like to find motivated sellers because you can usually get better pricing. Sometimes you can get better terms. Whenever I'm dealing with a really motivated seller, I'm getting in for low to no money down and without qualifying for financing. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily a motivated seller, this listing right here, but let me show you this. Let me show you what I thought when I was researching this, when I was getting this ready for this presentation. What do you notice as I am clicking through? Hope you are noticing that this house is vacant. What that means is somebody is paying for this house. Somebody. Maybe it's the bank. Maybe it's the previous owner that already moved into a house that they built, or maybe they moved to another province or to another city, but this house is vacant. So I'm thinking this might be a motivated seller. But regardless, it doesn't matter. You're here to learn, how to look at properties and how to use the Motivated Seller Worksheet. But what's going to happen from time to time, folks, is you're going to find something, and you're just going to be digging, and you might strike gold. All right. So if that's the case, and you just don't know what to do, then call me up. All right. We'll figure something. Maybe we'll find a way to figure out how to make some money together. What would be wrong with that? So you know how to contact me. And but let's get into this into these details. So this is in Dilworth Mountain. I've got the details: 4-bed and den. I see that it's a single-family home. I see how many square feet it has. It does a conversion to meters. That's pretty handy for people who use the metric system more than the other system. I don't know what it's called. Inches versus centimeters. Obviously, we see it's a house. We've got appliances. We just have a dishwasher. Is that all we have? I think in the pictures I saw there was a fridge, didn't I? So I'm going to want to ask about that, right? Because there's a stove and a fridge there. There's got to be more appliances than a dishwasher. Geez, I don't even know if I see a dishwasher. It might be that the dishwasher's missing is what they meant to say. Anyway, regardless, you can get a lot of information from these listing sheets, okay? Now, you can just print the listing sheet out. It's fine. But the nice thing about using the Motivated Seller Worksheet is that everything's in the same order. You know exactly what's missing. Like, I can see already there's something missing. There's something up with the appliances. If there aren't appliances, that's going to cost me another, $1,000 depending on, how new I buy. So just things to consider. Anyway, there is still a lot of information here. The lot size is 7,300 square feet. It's lot details. I believe this means 0.16 of an acre. Yeah, it is. It means 0.16 of an acre. So it's not a huge lot, but it's a decent sized lot. And it's got all the dimensions for the kitchen, the dining room, the master bedroom. Don't really need that in the Motivated Seller Worksheet, but there's still a lot of information. All right. So I'm just going to split my screen, and I'm going to open up my Motivated Seller Worksheet. I'm going to split it over here too. If you don't know how to split your screen, YouTube how to split your screen, because it's handy for this reason. I can go back and forth really easily, or I can just print this out, and I can enter the details here. So I have a property reference label. You can say maybe Krista, maybe she sent this to me. Anyway, you've got the address, right? Because it is 2365 Selkirk Drive in Kelowna. It looks like a beautiful home. I don't know the name of the owner. Sometimes you will know the name of the owner because it's maybe listed on Kijiji, and you've made the phone call and you know that their name is Michelle or something. The phone number information, that would be right here. This is Krista. So funny. She has 250-870 sold 7653. She and I have the same last 4 digits of our phone number. I just copy and pasted that. Copy and pasting is nice because then it eliminates human error of typing something incorrectly. Anyway, yeah, the last 4 digits of my phone number are 7653 as well, sold. So I'm not a realtor. Some people think that I am, but I'm not. But I still like to sell things, so I put sold in there. All right, so email address. I've got Krista's email address. I have to click on this, but I have to click on this, so I guess I don't have her email address. But if I wanted to find it, you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably just text her and ask her what her email address is, because email is handy. If I enter my contact information here, she's just going to contact me and then as well, because I'm going to be a prospect for her. Family situation. This is for, again, going back to motivated sellers. Sometimes people have gotten to say divorced, and excuse me, they need to sell. Sometimes you can help people out of a difficult situation. So that's where I like to enter some information about, what's going on with the family. You don't need to probably worry too much about that right now as far as looking at properties. But let's get into the meat and potatoes here. I want to know what the year built is. So I'm going to go back. Yeah, I'm back at this property. Where's the year built? Oh, right there. See, 2005. So I just say 2005, square footage. I've got the square footage right here. I know I just saw it. 25, decent size house. When you're looking at properties, I want you to keep something in mind when it comes to square footage, because in Alberta, where I originally hail from, kind of, at least that's the last place that I live. I'm actually originally from Lakewood, Colorado. Square footage. In BC, British Columbia, where I live now, some people include the square footage to include basement square footage. In Alberta, people only classify square footage as what's above grade or above the ground. So even a walkout basement isn't usually included in square footage. So what you think is a 2,300 square foot house in Alberta might really be a 1,200 square foot main level with a 1,000 square foot basement. So just keep that in mind. I can lot size and shape. I can say that I had over here that it's 0.1 acre. The more you do this, the more you'll memorize things. So let's see how much I memorized from looking at this property. 0.1, doesn't like that. 0.19 acre. Awesome. Just have to delete that. 0.19 acre. Click here to enter. Lot or zoning restrictions. That's something you might find on a feature sheet, that there are lot or zoning restrictions because of encroachment, or maybe trying to think. For instance, if there is a house with a basement suite, but it's not a legal suite, so in other words, the house doesn't have, it's not labeled that it's okay to basically rent out your basement for income. You wanna know that. So that's just research that you'll do in your due diligence. A lot of houses in Kelowna, where I live, have basement suites, and a lot of them have legal basement suites. Garage or carport, I can see there's a double attached just by the picture. Bedrooms, I think it was a 4-bedroom. Just doing this from memory, folks, just because I do this a lot. Bathrooms, oh, I don't remember. I'm going to say 3. Basement, yeah, I don't know that, so I have to go back here. And so I don't even have to talk to anybody. I can just get a lot of this information right here. Okay, it says fully finished basement. Now I know. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this, but it talks about fireplaces, decks, furnace, hot water tank, furnace type. Furnace type, I would, if it's a house built in like the 80s or even the 90s, I'd want to know if it's been upgraded to high efficiency, because that affects the bills. Same with hot water tank, obviously. Houses that are really, really old, like wartime bungalows, you need to think about the wiring, because it can be a fire hazard. You also need to, think about the roof and the age of the roof. You need to think about the windows, age of the windows. A lot of, older homes have had people living in there that'll upgrade the windows, which again, it'll affect the bills if you have old aluminum or even wood windows in your house versus the nice new vinyl windows that can hold a lot of heat in and keep a lot of cold out. It just affects the bills quite a bit when it comes to air conditioning and heat. You want to know about the interior, whether it was latest updated, flooring. Again, I can get a lot of this information from the pictures, the beautiful pictures that Krista took. She did such a great job of this ad. I really, really like it. What do I want to go back and know more about? I'm going to, if I'm going to talk to Krista, if I'm interested in looking at this property, I'm going to want to know again about what the deal is with the dishwasher. All right, so this is appliances is included, dishwasher. I go up here again, I'm in my research, and I know what to look for. Again, you guys keep in mind, I'm very practiced at this, so if I'm going a little bit fast, don't worry, you'll get there. But I want to make this bigger so you can see it better. I don't know if you could see it better, but there's a fridge, there's a stove. It says something about, and I can see there's a space over here too, see, in this island. And it looks like, yeah, I don't know, I can't zoom in on it. But can I? I can't zoom in on it. No, I can't zoom in on it, sorry. Looks like there's a gaping hole where there was a dishwasher. So many of these people really loved their dishwasher, so they took it with them. Hey, we've traveled to 4 houses now with the same hot tub. So it happens. Excuse my coughing. So I hope that that is helpful to you. Now, once you've completed all the information, I've entered all the information, and again, the bottom of this has to do with motivated seller insights. I go into lots more detail in the Street Smart Buyer course. Don't have time to get into it now, but it's all about finding motivated sellers when you want to get into properties for low to no money down and without qualifying for financing. But for the practice that you're going to be using, you can absolutely use this worksheet. It's super handy. It's a work in progress as well. I'm actually totally open to any suggestions where this can be made better. So, be sure to let me know if there are things that you recommend, or maybe even things that don't work in it. We did test this quite a few times, but anything's possible. So, all right, I've done this. It's Krista's listing, 2365 Selkirk Drive, and I like it, and I want to make sure and save the information, so I'm going to save it as, and I'm just going to save it back on my desktop. But I'm not going to save it at the original, of course, because I want to keep the original so that I can study my next property. Motivated Seller Worksheet. I'm going to call it Selkirk, because that's how I will remember. I'll probably open, if I'm really interested in looking at this property, I'm going to open a new file. And I really want to keep track of this thing. I'm going to open a file called Selkirk, and I'm going to open the door to potentially buying this property, open this file, and then I'm going to save my Motivated Seller Worksheet. I've got it all here. It's nice, neat, tidy in one place, saved, and now I know how to easily go back to it. So I hope this was helpful to you. This is a 17-minute tutorial. Holy smokes, I can't believe it's that long. But still, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I am going to just navigate back somewhere else quick. Awesome. And again, here I am again. If you're watching this on the website, be sure to go down and comment on the Facebook comments. I hope this was helpful. I hope you're using it. I hope you're getting in the practice of looking at properties, because again, the two biggest objections I get when it comes to investing in real estate is I don't have any money and I don't know what I'm doing. Well, if you analyze enough properties, and there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of properties listed online, you can look at 10, 20, 30 properties a day, fill out the Motivated Seller Worksheet, and before you know it, you're going to know these properties. You are going to know what you're doing, and best of all, it won't cost you a dime. So thanks a lot for watching, and again, if you want to know more about courses that I have coming up, other free tips and tricks, go back to my website, www.streetsmartdiva.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, we'll just talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.